Warning, Will Robinson. This index has missed the consensus each and every report so far this year, which brings us to the August reading just released today, Monday, August 15th. The NAHB Wells Fargo Housing Market Index is down 6 more points in August to a reading of 49 after 55 in July. The decline reflects a slowdown in all 3 components and is below 50. It's a little early to tell whether it's a contraction or not, but it is below 50, which is the break-even point. The August reading is the lowest since 37 in May of 20 and 30 in April of 20, when we were closed due to the pandemic. Prior to that, the August reading matches the 49 in June, way back in 2014. So it's too soon to say that home building is in contraction, although it could slip into it. Among the components, present sales fell the most at down 7 points to 57. So present sales fell the most out of the 3 components, fell 7 points to 57. The buyer traffic index is down 5 points to 32. This was the lowest since 31 in April 14, outside the pandemic influence lows in April and May of 20. The component for expected sales is down only 2 points to 47. And this was the lowest since 36 in August of 2012, excluding the pandemic. So note that the index is for single-family homes where home builders are facing increased competition from supplies of existing homes coming onto the market. So this is for home builders, and they're feeling the competition from the supplies of existing homes which are coming on the market, as well as a shift in consumer demand for more affordable multi-unit homes. So many people now cannot afford single-family homes that they are now looking to multi-unit homes, condos, townhomes, that type of thing, which is a little bit more affordable. Home builders continue to face challenges due to rising mortgage interest rates and construction costs and material labor, shortages of material and labor, and finding land to just build on. They're also having to negotiate on price more often. The NAHB said 19% of builders report reducing prices to improve sales and or limit cancellations of existing contracts. And that is up 13% from the prior month. So moving on to a more broad economic indicator, let's take a look at another reading which was released today, the Empire State Manufacturing Index. And what is that, you ask? The New York Fed conducts this monthly survey of manufacturers in New York State. Participants from across the state, they represent a variety of industries. And on the first of each month, the same pool of roughly 200 manufacturing executives, usually the CEO or the president, is sent a questionnaire to report the change in an assortment of indicators from the previous month. Respondents also give their views about the likely direction of these same indicators 6 months ahead. So the expectation was for a reading of 5. The General Business Conditions Index plunged to minus 31.3. So they expected a positive of 5, and they got a plunge to minus 31.3 in the Empire State Manufacturing Index. And in July, that reading was 11.1. So that blew past the consensus expectation of 5. Wow. That was the second largest decline in the series history. It was the lowest since minus 33.7 in March 2009. Not a great time, March of 2009. That was the lowest since 33.7 in March 2009. Right now, we're at minus 31.3. There were sharply slower conditions for new orders, which are down 35.8 points to minus 29.6 in August. And shipments, which are down 49.4 points to minus 24.1. Unfilled orders contracted for the third month in a row at down 7.5 points to minus 12.7. So unfilled orders contracted for the third month in a row, meaning that they're finding it easier to fill the orders now. So that went down to minus 12.7. Delivery times are down 9.6 points to minus 0.9. The first month that delivery times have not expanded since the February-April 20 period in the early months of the pandemic. Before then, the first negative reading was minus 0.7 in October of 16. While the employment index remained positive, that too is down. It's down 10.6 points to 7.4 in August, indicating that fewer hirings are taking place. The average work week is down 17.4 points to minus 13.1 in August. The first contraction since the April-July 2020 period early in the pandemic again. Before that, it was minus 1 in June of 16. The prices paid index is down for the third month in a row at 55 in August, off 8.8 points from the prior month. Prices received are up 1.4 points to 32.7, suggesting businesses still have a little pricing power. So also note that the index for future business conditions is plus 2.1 in August after falling to minus 6.2 in July. So this is only narrowly expansionary. It's only plus 2.1. It was minus 6.2 in July. So it's only narrowly expansionary, but it is a slight ray of hope that present conditions are anticipated to improve in the near term. So folks, I happen to be out this morning up by the Summerlin Center there, and it's the first time I went into my credit union up there, and the parking lot was not jam-packed. I mean, there was parking spots everywhere, which struck me as very strange. I drove over to by Dillard's there and looked at that parking lot, and that too was, not full in the slightest. I hadn't seen conditions like that in a while, so you can see what I saw right there. Highly unusual, and signs of what's taking place, I would imagine. That's why I stopped. That is even before I saw these numbers here. So I noticed something was awry. Okay, I hope it was informative for everybody. And until next time, thank you so very much. Bye-bye.